Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. Okay, so today we're going to talk about another story from the Sevres boutique, and then we're going to talk about the Mini Kelly. I want to have a chat about the Mini Kelly, like scoring the Mini Kelly in Paris. Like I've been reading some stories of a lot of people like struggling to like score that bag in Paris. I wanted to kind of talk about that, but before we talk about the Orange Stallion, we need to talk about some YouTube shenanigans. Okay, I wasn't going to like address this at all, but I felt the need to address it because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I owed it to the people who watch my channel, but definitely I owed it to the Tanzanians and Kenyans who watch my channel, because I know they've probably read this comment but maybe they feel like a certain way about it. Okay, so on my Chanel price increase video yesterday, the one that I posted on Friday that was talking about the Chanel fashion president and his comments and everything, I got so many great comments from so many of you, really interesting comments. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me on this channel. We do not have to agree. I think that's what makes it super interesting. We all have different points of view, and I love hearing from you guys as well. So I got this one comment, and I'm going to read the comment out. I'm not going to say the person's name, but the person has no issue, putting their picture in their Avi, okay, in their avatar, and no issue using their YouTube name, which is fine. So this is the comment that the person left. Why do you care so much about Chanel structure? You aren't an investor and hardly wear it. I mean, seriously. Okay, well, first of all, why can't I care about Chanel's business structure and Chanel's business shenanigans? I like Chanel, okay? Chanel is one of my favorite luxury brands, and I think their business is really interesting. And me being an entrepreneur myself with my own company, why wouldn't I be interested in that? You aren't an investor, you hardly wear it. I mean, seriously. Well, I mean, seriously to you. How do you know what I invest in? You don't know anything about me. I come here and I post a few videos a week about shopping. But what else do you know about me? Have I told you about my investments, my stock portfolio, all the land that I own, all of the properties that I have? Have I told you about that? I mean, do you want to really have that conversation with me? Because if you do, call me and we can talk about it. Okay, and hardly wear it. Well, I want to wear Chanel's ready-to-wear. I like their ready-to-wear. I've said that to you guys a few times. Like, I've even posted pictures of ready-to-wear that I like. So why can't I talk about it? What's happening in your homeland? You're a Brit, by the way, of some African country that probably has starving kids. Focus on the things that impact you and your culture. Okay, so that's what she wrote. I'm going to react to that in a minute. I responded to her and I said, I'm not British, I'm a Tanzanian citizen, and I can post whatever I want. If you don't like it, don't watch my videos. It's that simple. And that's really how I feel about this stuff. And then she said, and then I said, to everyone who watches my channel, these are the types of hateful comments. I wrote a second comment for you guys, in case you saw this comment. I said, to everyone who watches my channel, these are the types of hateful comments I receive. Imagine watching my channel, telling me that my country is, by the way, of some African country, and telling me not to post. And then I literally said, that is, the R word. I can't say the R word, but you know what I'm talking about. R-A-C, that word, okay? Because it is. At the end of the day, it is. Now, when I first read this comment, as God, literally God's plan, honey, okay? I had spent the whole day, we were filming a video for the channel about Tanzania and about the luxury lifestyle in Tanzania. So I was like, okay, finished filming that video. I was really excited. And I was like, okay, I'm going to release the video next week and see how you guys react to it. If you're interested, some of you told me you were interested in those types of things. So imagine like coming on my page. Imagine telling me, why do I care so much about Chanel structures if I don't have a right to be interested in Chanel as any other person who likes this brand, okay? So to react to the final part of the comment, you're a Brit by some way of Africa, some African country that probably has starving kids. Well, first of all, I'm not British. So if you want to know my citizenship, all you have to do is ask me. I would say I'm pretty open about a lot of things. Most of you know my background. Most of you know what my parents did, because I've already talked about that. I have nothing to hide. A lot of you were like, hey, what's your background? Hey, I grew up as a diplomat. The child of diplomats, okay? So my parents have lived all around the world, lived in Russia, we lived in Sweden, lived in Switzerland, okay? I've lived in all types of countries. I've seen a lot of the world. But no, I'm not British, I'm a Tanzanian citizen through and through. So if you just want to know that, instead of assuming, why don't you ask me? Like, why don't you just ask me? okay, by some African country that probably has starving kids. You'd be surprised. People here are cool, okay? People here are living their life. I mean, why don't you just ask? Instead of assuming, why don't you just ask? And by the way, the whole by the way of some African country. Let me tell you guys about Tanzania, because I know that Tanzanians have seen this comment. So I've got to defend our country. Our some African country is the place where some of the oldest human remains were found in this country. Okay? Some of the top apex predators of the world are indigenous to this country. Lions, cheetahs, leopards, crocodiles. One of the oldest mosques in Africa, built in 900 AD, is in this country. I could sit here and talk all day about Tanzania's achievements all day. A few years ago, there were archaeologists who came here and found these like massive footprints. I remember like we were reading about it in the paper here, and everyone was like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" And they found like this other like race of people who had these like massive footprints and were massive, and they were like, you know, from a different time. I don't know the correct terminology, so I don't want to use it. This country has many jewels and many gifts. It's just many people don't know about it. So for you to say, by the way of some African country, when some of the first people came from this country and came from this land, baby girl, okay, I was coming here today to talk about the orange stallion, but it looks like I had to get on a horse, okay, and come and check you. Now, to be honest, most of the time when I get these comments, and I get these comments a lot, and this person has left comments on my channel before that have been really passive aggressive. So when I saw her comment, and yes, I have elephantine memory. I can pretty much remember your names. If you comment regularly, I know your name. I can remember the types of things that you say. And fun little fact, even if you delete the comment, Google still has the comment. So this was on the video I said, like I told you about the Chanel price increase. I actually pinned the video, so her comment, I actually pinned her comment so that she would know that I've pinned it and that I've read it, and I responded to it, and I unpinned her comment, and I've left her comment there. If you're going to delete your comment, great. If you're not going to delete it, I'm going to leave it up there so people can see where I stand. No one can tell me what I can and can't post on this channel, okay? If you don't want to watch my videos, and I'm going to lose some of you guys, you might have been subscribed to my channel, you're going to unsubscribe, that's completely fine. I actually would prefer, if you agree with this person, I would actually like if you would just unsubscribe and just leave me to be with my YouTube friends who are happy to be here. But if you agree with the veiled R word of her comment, then we're probably not well yoked as like a page with a community. Then I'm probably not the, you know, creator for you, influencer, YouTuber for you, whatever word you want to use, I'm probably not the one for you. Now you might be like, okay, again, but are you really angry, really upset? No, I'm just so disappointed that what she's basically saying here is that because I'm African, I'm not allowed to be interested in luxury unless she deems it okay for me to be interested in luxury. Are you the Virgin Mary? Are you Saint Mark? Honey, are you Saint Jude? Are you the OG himself, JC? No, you're not. So you're not going to check me, okay, on what I'm allowed to post and what I'm not allowed to post. The beauty of YouTube is very clear. If you don't like someone's videos, just go and watch another video. I have told you guys before many times, I watch all kinds of videos and unboxings, and if I watch someone's video and I don't like it, I don't leave a comment. Like, I don't even leave a mildly whatever comment. Particularly in the luxury community. I only watch videos and comment on videos that I like and that I think are great. I told you guys before, if you don't agree with anything that I said, I would love to hear from you. This is not one of those luxury channels where you'll be attacked or I will drag you or I'll be passive aggressive. As long as you're saying it in your Michael Jackson voice. I have an example to prove that you don't have to agree with me. Do you guys remember the video I did when I was like, hey guys, I'm not buying you a gift unless you buy me one? You guys were like, oh my God. Some of you were like, again, no way, you know? And that was so much fun. You didn't agree with me, but we were all laughing about it. It was really great to read your comments in my Michael Jackson voice, okay? So it's not a problem. We don't have to agree. But what's not cool are comments like this, the one that I received, okay? Instead of, because she can't critique the video, and that's what I think is really interesting. Remember when Mel posted her video? And when I posted my reaction video, I said in my reaction video, I said, guys, if you have critiques, critique the video, not the person. And what I mean by that is, don't use it to kind of create like a personal attack on the creator. Focus on the things in the video that you didn't like. That is fair, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. Instead of this particular commenter telling me what they didn't like what I said in the video, because honey, I came with receipts, baby. Okay, I found that interview with the Chanel executive, the president of Chanel Fashion. He was talking that talk. He was saying bags are for personal use. I didn't say that. He did. Now, instead of her being like, well, you know, this and this and this, instead of critiquing the video, you just create an attack on me. So you're saying that because I'm a Black African person, because that's what you're saying, that's the underlying message of what you're saying, that I'm not allowed to talk about luxury. I'm not allowed to talk about Chanel, okay? And I should focus on my culture. Who are you to tell me that I should focus on my culture? I can talk about anything that I want on YouTube as long as I abide by Big G's policies. And it has taken the strength of my Lord Jesus Christ, okay, to literally be able to post this still with a smile on my face, because this is so R word, okay? And to be an R word, it's not necessarily being public and calling me the N word, okay? This is completely implicit, and what you're saying is, because I'm African, I'm not allowed to talk about luxury, and I'm not allowed to talk about Chanel. Guess what? Until Chanel in Paris, baby, 31 Rue Cambon, write me an email or a letter, tell me, again, please don't talk about us. I will be talking about Chanel. Okay? I like Chanel. I actually like them. And I've told you guys this before. If I like the brand, I'll talk about them on my page. Okay? If you do not like this, you can leave. I was talking to one of you, and you were telling me you felt like I was becoming more filtered as my channel grew. Hands up, I agree. Definitely. And I think this happens for a lot of channels and for a lot of pages. As your channel grows, you're so excited to see more subscribers, and you're petrified about having an opinion that people don't agree with. I draw the line at comments about Africa, comments about my country, and comments about my ethnicity and my cultural background. No one is going to tell me what I'm allowed to post on my own page. My God, like, this is the level we're at. Even in the luxury community, she's trying to tell me post about other things because I say so. Baby girl, you have no power here, sweetheart. To those of you who watch my channel, you support, thank you. This was not directed to you, but that rant is directed to the people who think that just because someone isn't unboxing 5,000 things per week, or just because someone lives in a country that you think is a poor country, or that you think doesn't deserve to talk about Chanel, does not mean that you can tell someone what they can and can't talk about. You guys, you know how I feel about exotics, you know how I feel about fur. I think it's pretty obvious I march to the beat of my own drum, and I do what I want, and I like the things that I like. Because I like exotics and fur, I always get all kinds of comments of people coming for me on my page. I remember a while ago I got another comment that I hadn't told you guys about, and someone was like, hey, you know, I really like you and I like your videos. I just was so disappointed to learn that you like mink. I mean, what can we do, darling? I mean, I like mink fur, I like chinchilla, I like fox fur. If you don't like that, and that is like against what you like, you need to go and support someone else's page who doesn't like that, you know? And I can watch anyone's page, okay? Honestly, like with me, I can watch your page, honey. If you like plant-based brands, vegan leather bags, guess who can watch that and leave a positive comment? Me, okay? So the moral of the story is, guys, when you're watching a luxury channel's page, please leave a Michael Jackson comment. Okay, we all know the way Michael Jackson's voice was like, very softly spoken, the best artist that this earth has ever seen, dead or alive. Okay, I'm not very willing to fight with anyone in the comments about this. Please, say it in your Michael Jackson voice. You have no idea how much when creators and YouTubers are doing unboxings, hauls, or posting commentary videos like mine, even if you don't agree, say your comment in your Michael Jackson voice. You have no idea how much that can help. Now, on the bonus side, there's so many of you who leave really thoughtful, kind comments, and you uplift me. I remember a few days ago I was having a really tough day at the office. I came back, I read one of your DMs, and you were like, please keep posting and stuff. This comment's not running me off YouTube. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm gonna try and go back to the old me, a little bit more unfiltered and not too worried to offend people. So that's the end of my disclaimer. Please keep things, you know, in your Michael Jackson voice. If you have an opinion, And if you can't find something to critique, because let me tell you, it's so obvious you couldn't find something to critique, honey. Okay, because what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell the president of Chanel Fashion that he's wrong when he's the one doing the interview? No, you can't. Okay, you guys. So I think you get my point. I think I have spoken fairly. I don't have an issue if you don't agree with me. But I do have an issue if you're attacking my culture and you're saying that I'm not allowed to talk about luxury because I'm African, because that's basically what you're saying, and that's what the comment means, even if it doesn't say it explicitly. As a person of color, I know when someone is saying something because of the color of my skin and because of my ethnicity or my cultural background, and that's wrong. That's wrong. I would never say that about anyone's ethnic background. And maybe because I grew up around the world with my parents, as I've told you, are diplomats. My dad used to always say, respect people's cultures and beliefs, and when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and respect people's cultures. And I'm really glad that he taught me that lesson. I just wish people would respect my culture. Okay, now that's moved out of the way. Let's talk about what's going on at Sevres. There's another story from Sevres. I'll just give you the summary. There's a guy who went to the Sevres boutique for a big H and spent 40,000 euros, okay, was talking about bad customer service. Look, guys, I can't, honey, okay? Like, 40,000 euros. I think that they were saying that that was the annual spend, their annual spend in a year. It was like 40,000 euros at the Sevres store. That is a lot of money, sweetheart. I think that's like a Kelly 28 in Alligator. I think that's like 39K. That's like one Kelly. That's like one Alligator Kelly. That is a lot of money, okay? And they're being treated not so well. So again, the Sevres boutique. I don't know what's going on in the Sevres boutique, but the Sevres boutique is getting dragged, honey, okay? And it's being dragged so hard. So what do we think? Now, I think we all know one of the cardinal sins, honey, in the stable of Big H is talking about spend. Okay? It's like, talking about spend is like Rumpelstiltskin is looking at you. You're not supposed to mention spend. I personally would not mention how much money that I have spent in the store. Now, in the review, they were talking about how much money they've spent, which is about 40,000 euros. We don't know if they told the essay, like, hey, I spent 40,000 euros. But this is what I think. I think that Big H need to do a better job of treating clients better, irrespective of spend. Of course, there are going to be some people who are going to spend a lot, some people who are not going to spend that much. I think people need to be treated well. I would be hurt if I was spending that much per year in the store, but still not being treated well. I would love to know what you think. Do you feel like spend should matter at Big H? We all know it does matter, even though they say it doesn't matter. And I think that they think it's like bad manners for you to bring it up, but I don't know, am I wrong in saying that I don't think it's wrong for the client to be super upset about the fact that they are spending that much money? I mean, 40,000 euros, Paris is a very expensive property market. I'm pretty sure you could take some of that 40,000 euros and maybe go to Société Générale, one of the banks in Paris, and maybe get a mortgage on a property. I mean, am I wrong? Those of you who live in Paris, am I wrong? Because to me, 40,000 euros to spend at Big H in a year seems like a bit, I mean, doesn't mean that the person's a VIP, but I do think that's a big chunk of money. Am I tripping or am I wrong? I'd love to know what you think. You guys, Mini Kelly prices at resale are going out of control, okay? Remember a few videos ago, I told you that I was looking for the Mini Kelly retail price in Ostrich because I would like to know it before I go on my trip. I don't know if I can buy it because I don't know how much it is in Ostrich. It would be great if I could find out. Still haven't found out. I asked in this one Facebook group for Hermes, but no one answered, and normally people answer, so I'm guessing people didn't know. However, after like researching in that group, I did find out that I think it's the Kelly 28 in Ostrich in the US is $24,400, but in the EU, in France, it's 16,400 euros. So that's the Kelly 28 in Ostrich. So I'm guessing the Mini Kelly has to be something like maybe 14,000, 15,000. Does anyone agree with me? Do you think it'll be a little bit more expensive in Ostrich than the Kelly 28? Or do you think it'd be a little bit less? I would love to know what you think. So just super quick, I wanted to just quickly tell you about some of the crazy things I'm seeing on the resale market. A brand new Mini Kelly in Epsom in US dollars is $7,950. I got that from the Purse Forums thread. And in Epsom, again, in euros, it's 5,900. I'm going to throw up some resale prices that I've seen in USD. I think that I now have figured out why no one is getting a mini Kelly, but pretty much off the bat with no spend at Big H at FSH, is because I feel like they know now anyone who walks in immediately asking for a mini Kelly, they just feel like that person's not a real client, even if they have a history, because they feel like you need to kind of show you need to kind of show that you have some skin in the game. So yeah, no one's getting a sort of like non-exotic mini Kelly, in my opinion, without spend at Big H at Faubourg Saint-Honoré. That's just not really something that I can see happening. I've seen a few people on Facebook as well say, hey, I tried to get a mini Kelly and they told me no mini Kellys. I think that they are looking for a certain type of client to offer the bag to. And I also think that maybe if you ask for the mini Kelly straight away, it kind of puts you on this like radar that you are a reseller. I don't know, because I'm thinking like, if I worked at FSH and I was one of the SAs, and we've got an appointment, and the first words out of your mouth are mini Kelly, I'll be like, I don't have anything for you today. So I have a question for you. Theory. If you're gonna ask for a mini Kelly, which approach do you like? Do you like going to the store the day before, assuming you can get an appointment, which at this point is really hard. Going to the store the day before, buying a few little bits and pieces, maybe to the total of €1,000, getting your appointment, then saying something like this, like, I'm thinking about like a Birkin 30 and a mini Kelly, or maybe a Kelly 25 and a mini Kelly. Do you feel like that could work? Because I feel like if you say it first, they're just gonna instantly react and say no. And honestly, I don't blame them. It's just because the resale market for mini Kellys is so high. I'd love to know, do you think that we're in a mini Kelly bubble, like based on what you see from resale prices? I think we're in an exotic mini Kelly bubble, because the prices of exotic mini Kellys are completely wild. So, also from the Purse Forum thread, the Nilo Croc, so the Croc mini Kelly, is €21,000. I did see someone selling like a Croc mini Kelly for like $50,000. I mean, that is literally a deposit on property. Okay. That is also, you could take that money and that could be like half of like, that money could be like you buying like 50% of a Ferrari like used for like $100,000. So €21,000. Yeah, so 21,000 for the Croc one. I really need to find out the price of the Ostrich mini Kelly at resale. I'm guessing based on the Kelly 28 and Ostrich being €16,400, it's probably like 15. Maybe wishful thinking 14. I do know that the Kelly Pochette in Ostrich in the US is $11,500. So I do know that. I think, did I say Kelly Pochette in Ostrich? Yeah? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. The Kelly Pochette in Ostrich is $11,500. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Okay. What do you guys think in terms of asking for the mini Kelly? And do you think you should ask for the mini Kelly immediately, so you just stop the shenanigans? Or do you think it should be like a dance? So you should kind of be like, hey guys, I bought other things. Hey guys, I'm interested in a Birkin 30, or I want the Shadow Birkin and the mini Kelly. I would love to know what you think. You guys, if you like what I'm doing, please make sure you're fully subscribed to my channel, hit notifications. There are a bunch of you who've joined my Facebook page. God bless you for that. Please come and visit me on Facebook. And I'm also very active on TikTok and Instagram. I would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, thank you to everyone who has been supporting this channel. It's been quite the journey. So I hope you're not mad at me for my rant, but I had to keep it completely honest with you. I've got some super exciting videos. So next week, I've got a video about Tanzania that I've already filmed. So I'm going to be fixing that. And there's some crazy stuff going on at Richmond. There's like this businessman who's trying to like kind of come in and take over Richmond, and he has like opinions about Cartier and Van Cleef and Arpels, and it was in the Financial Times, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on at Richmond? Because you know Cartier is my favorite brand. Anyway, I'll talk about that as well next week. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video.